For today's first topic, we're going to lead off with the whole Lonzo Ball suing his former CEO, Alan Foster. Where did LeVar go wrong? Pops, I'll start with you. Where did LeVar go wrong with the whole Alan Foster?
You talking about the son, right?
Right. And Alan Foster, the CEO, who had they signed to pretty much take care of Lonzo's business ventures, his the big baller brand, run the whole company. Where you think LeVar went wrong in selecting Alan Foster to take care of his son's situation?
Personally, I think his dad should have taken over the brand. He was the one advertising his brand, right?
Right.
He was always talking about his brand. He should have took over his brand and let somebody else come from the outside and take over his brand. That's all I got to say.
Right. Where I think he personally went wrong is if you're gonna hire someone to run, whether it's your son's business, your own business, you need to do background on that person. And I think that's where he dropped the ball at. He didn't do no background. Even if he didn't tell him that, he just came out of prison, that should have been the dad's job or somebody that was overseeing the situation, which obviously, which LeVar was in charge. And I think that's where he dropped the ball the most is, had he knew this ahead of time, because, from the sources that we hear out there, they saying that, he didn't know that, he was locked up for financial fraud in the past, owing over $4 million. And, I think that's where he dropped the ball big time. And now since Lonzo's grown up, he's now taking responsibility of his career. And, he's let go Alan Foster. He let go the Big Baller brand in its entirety. And, he just decided to do his own thing, which I'm glad he's decided to do. I just wish he would have done this before he went to the draft. But I know he was under his dad's wing, so I totally understand the situation. I'm glad he took a hold of it now in his third year going into the league, and it's pretty much all or nothing for Lonzo at this time. Because if Lonzo, shows the same production he has the past 2 years, he's looking to be traded, and his stock's only going to go down. He's looking to sign with another shoe company, which it look like Nike might be the front runner in that department, but it won't be for the same money that he would have got had he signed. See, that's where he went wrong at. I think where LeVar went wrong at is letting his son start a new brand instead of always feeling like he had to up somebody. He should have just told his son, go get those guarantees. Whether it was those $5 million a year, $3 million a year, I don't care. Go get them, son.
I think his dad should stay away from that. He should let him do his own decision. He's a grown ass man. I mean, I'm saying that don't be there for your son.
Right.
Let him grow as well.
Right. Look, you did your job enough. You got him there. You helped him. You introduced him to the game of basketball. I won't take that from you. But now it's also some stories out there that they saying that the three boys, they didn't get to enjoy their life. Everything was basketball. The dad was always pinpointing in basketball. I have a young son now, which is your grandson. And, I want to introduce him to every sport. But I don't want him to only feel like that's all he has to do 24/7. I don't want him to hate it. I want him to actually love it. You know what I mean? I want him to say, okay, yeah, my dad paved the way for me, but he also let me enjoy my life. He let me be a kid. He let me go to the arcades. He let me, whatever it is, I like to ride cars. He let me go ahead and do things like that. He let me, pretty much enjoy my childhood. And I was able to still focus on this to make sure this is what I took care of, as a living. And he paved the way in that, in that regard. And I would definitely not tell him turn down any money that Nike or Reebok or Adidas, or Puma or Under Armour. I'm not gonna say, oh, let's go ahead and compete with that, with that company. I think we can outshine that company.
Make our own brand.
Right. And I think that's where LeVar went wrong. He was always feeling like he had to up somebody. You know what I mean? And now with Lonzo pretty much taking care of his career, his life, and he put it on his Instagram that he hashtag his own man, which I'm glad he's finally doing. But and I'm glad to see this because it also shows you what you need to do differently. You know what I mean? What not to do, pretty much. You know what I mean? And I think he overdid it. See, because he messed it up for his other two sons. He didn't let them go to college. He ruined it for his
Overseas.
took them overseas. didn't let the youngest son finish high school, didn't let his middle son finish college. He yanked him out once he got in trouble in China for stealing. And they also resent him for that because they're like, we wanted the same path Lonzo was able to have, and you stopped us from that because you always wanted to be in front of the camera, like you wanted to be the man.
Instead of being a dad, he was the man.
Right.
You look like more like
when you were supposed to be in the background, you wanted to be in front of us.
You wanted the limelight.
Right. Why couldn't you be a dad like Kyrie's dad? Look at Steph Curry's dad that's played in the league, Del Curry.
He's known.
And he's known. He's the commentator for the Hornets. And you can't compete. LeVar cannot compete with Del Curry. He's putting work in the league,
Like the coach from the Lakers.
Luke Walton, the one that's there now.
The champion.
Right. And he don't get involved. You don't see him commenting every time they talking about firing his son. They don't say, he don't come in. It's,
Business.
it's business, You only make it worse for your son. Remember, your son has to live in that limelight. You don't. So you're only just making it harder for him. You're pushing him out the league fast.